in about 8 days, Kenya will be going to the polls to elect their next president, who is to take over, succeed Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So on the 9th of August this year, 2022, Kenya will be having elections. But first things first, Kenya attained independence 60 years ago. That is 1962. So that means this is going to be the 12th election in the calendar of Kenya. So we need to understand that Kenya was single party democracy for a greater part of the first 3 decades leading up to 1982. So that means that the first multi-party election took place in 1997. So although KANU, which was a single ruling party, had the majority in that election 1997, it was not until 2002 that what is come to be known as the real multi-party election took place. So that means 20 years, 10 years for Kibaki and another 10 years for Uhuru. But let's go back to the year 2017. We had about 15, actually slightly more than 15 million people voting, in which Uhuruto party took 8.2 million, and Raila settled for 6.9 million votes. So what there is that had the status quo remained, that means that come the year 2022, which we are in, the Ruto combination would have had a 1.72 margin lead over Raila-led party. That would have been, say, with the expected 22.1 voters, that would have been something in the region of 11.26 for Uhuruto and 9.54 for Raila. But given that the status quo did not remain, Uhuru and Ruto fell out, and that means that the arithmetics are expected to change this year. So we need to ask ourselves, what are we looking at? First up, about 3 months ago, 29 governors pledged their allegiance to Raila's party or team. That's 29 out of 47. If that was to be translated into votes, like the 20 million or so votes, that could have given Raila a clean 12 million, with Ruto trailing at 8 million. But given that the The governors do not represent the electorate necessarily. For example, Kilifi cannot be compared to Nairobi, both in size and most importantly in terms of the electorates. So that is not something that very much would have been relied upon. So that being the case, we shift our attention to another area, which is